There exists within the natural order a template of remembering. This ancient template exists as a parcel of the divinity of consciousness, which assembles itself into phenomena. It is freely available to all points of perspective as a way back to source, which is none other than the conscious whole, from which the seeming part decohered. This process of remembrance restructures the seeming separate conscious field projection into a fully coherent scale invariant holographic progenity of the parent reality structure, thus bridging the seeming separate manifestation of reality into a holographic transprojection of itself, with the point of perspective as a fully coherent integral within that projection. In this way, the seemingly separate individuals are united with God as God. The process available to the aspirant coherent integral is always freely available in the structure of all things. It is encoded in the very mathematics of relatedness. Every instant that point of view is animated. The coherent integral process is illuminated, if only for a brief moment. It has a single source, which is source itself, and it is transformed because it is a transformational process placed by source itself to all who would deeply inquire into their nature and allow the natural and universal yearning that all points of view feel when they approach their essence with feeling. All beings that perceive their condition as point of view and freely choose the path to recoherence may participate in this process. None who yearn earnestly are left behind. The process is made available as a natural special expression through incarnate representatives whose expressive structures are sufficiently interassociated so as to naturally express the coherent integral process through the language of their culture and belief. Eventually, the species reaches a level of maturity sufficient enough that more direct explanations can be provided, and deeper insights can be revealed as to the potential expressive structure of the human species. The coherent integral process is then delivered through representatives of the species through direct channeled means. And by that process is thereby made available as direct channeled empathic guidance to all who would sincerely engage in the study and understanding of the materials. The coherent integral process is a direct experiential process, and not a mere idea in mind. It is first understood in the mind as a structural mechanism for shaping intent, then directly transmitted by source itself through the universal process of sympathetic resonance. In this process, the entire psychophysical structure of the being is transformed, and the very fibers of the being are shaken loose from their self-reference perceptual orientation and reharmonized into a scale invariant facsimile of source. This process continues until the perceiver is sufficiently convinced of their own nature as source, and not merely as a portion of source seeking reunion. Once the perceiver makes this realization, the process of remembrance is instantly resolved via final cognition of the self-nature of the perceiver and phenomena.